Hey friends, I am Sarah Bear. I'm your Spanish 4.1 and 4.2 teacher for Iowa Learning Online, whichever one you're in. Nice to meet you. I'm super stoked for an awesome semester. We are going to have an awesome time. And before I get started, I really just want to say to you that I once upon a time was a high school online student, just like you. And in my senior year, I had all online classes. It was interesting. But I had a couple teachers that really took the time to establish a meaningful relationship, to get to know me more than just like a name and more than just a grade to give. And so I really want to reiterate that to you that this semester, don't be afraid to reach out if you need help. I'm here for you. I feel your pain. I've been there. But to also spin a really healthy light on it, online learning can be really cool. In this class, is going to teach you some awesome stuff. There's definitely a before and an after with this Spanish class, which is something I love. So, let me tell you a little bit about me before I ask you guys in this video assignment to tell me about you. So I am transitioning. I grew up in Iowa. I'm originally from Hudson, which is the Waterloo Cedar Falls area, if you know that. And then I studied Spanish at UNI and studied abroad, and now I actually live in Costa Rica, which is cool. We like to say it's Tuanis or it's Chuzo or it's Chiva. So I have been living the last year and a half in the jungle, teaching at a Christian bilingual school. And now I'm actually transitioning back into the city. There's a suburb of the capital, San Jose, which is called Escazú. And I'll be teaching at Lighthouse International School. So I'll be teaching fifth grade, English, math, science, social studies, and a little like Bible Devo. And so I teach during the day, and I also teach you guys at night. So I'm asking for a little bit of grace as we get started this semester because my schedule at school, I'm not really sure how that's going to fit with being able to answer emails online. In the past, and I've done this for several years. This is like my second full year of teaching for Iowa Learning Online, and I just answer as I can throughout the day, and then I answer everything at night as well. So if you need something from me, don't be afraid to reach out and just put urgent in the title line or WhatsApp. So I have an iPhone which has WhatsApp on it, and that's the quickest way to get a hold of me. So don't feel weird about texting me, texting your teacher. It's honestly the most helpful and the quickest. And I'm here for you. So some of my hobbies, obviously in Latin America, Costa Rica has a couple big exports, right? Those are going to be bananas and coffee, and the coffee here is so good. So one of my hobbies is going to different coffee shops in San Jose, and trying out their coffee. I just had the best café con leche of my life. So at this place called La Mancha, which is like the stain. So really, really involved in culture here. I also love cooking and baking. I learned this last year how to make homemade corn tortillas. Oh my Lanta. So good. So, but I'm also like always cooking healthy and loving to try new vegetarian recipes. I'm like kind of vegetarian. I also like to be outdoors. One of my goals for this year is to climb Mount Chiripo, which is one of the highest peaks, I think the highest peak in Costa Rica. So just bought some Choco boots and I'm getting psyched for that. And then I just love to hang out with friends and fam, watch movies. One of my ways that I connect back with the States is going to the movie theater here. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. Hopping into the questions from the assignment. Question number 1, what kind of learner am I? So there's visual, which is when you see things and you remember them. There's auditory, which is where you hear and you remember them. And then there's also kinesthetic, which is when you do things or you make things tangible, right? I tend to be more of a visual learner. I see things and I remember them. So seeing things online is helpful. Watching videos, I really remember. So during this semester, about every 2 weeks, you'll get a video from me, which I'm hoping will be really helpful. Recapping the grammar, and also auditorially, you'll hear it from someone else. You'll hear it from me rather than the Middlebury curriculum that we'll be using. And then kinesthetic is when you actually do things with your hands. So one of the things that really helps me to kind of like put all of these things together is to take notes when I'm looking at things, even like stuff online. Like you'll see here, I have my little notes. And then, so I really encourage you guys this class to take notes in a notebook. And then when you're studying, to do like some sort of hand movements that will help you to remember those things. So curious to know where you guys are at and how I can kind of tailor this class to help you with that. Question number 2. I love to use the calendar, like study tools, right? Things that help me to study. So I love to use an actual paper calendar and literally map out my week. So say, okay, I have days 1 through 5. This is what I'm going to do, or I have this due on Friday, so let's work backwards. And I also set reminders in my phone. So again, don't be afraid to use your phone. Having like an alert feature where like a day or two, even as a teacher, like a day or two before grades are due or a day or two before a progress report, I'm going to put that in my calendar and then it'll send me a review note. Oh, check out the calendar feature in Canvas. I spend a ton of time putting all those due dates in, and that will keep you up to date. So every week, I recommend going and checking out that calendar feature. Although I'll also be sending out weekly emails and announcements telling you what's coming up. Question number 3. Here we go. I used to be an online student, as I already told you. So this class is cool online because it allows us to obviously use technology. And then also something that this class does really well for you guys is getting your ear accustomed to the native accent. So I, being from Iowa, just like you, really struggled as a high school student with that like oral comprehension. And so as you're clicking through these assignments, some of the accents, especially Argentinian accents, or Chilean accents, can be pretty tricky. So don't be afraid. Please, if you don't understand something, let me know. But also listen to them 2, 3, 4 times and just be patient with yourself. And a lot of the stuff that they also put on, they have an oral script for you, or I'm sorry, not an oral script, that doesn't make sense, a written script. So keep your eye peeled for written stuff and also have grace with yourself. Question number 4. If I could have grown up anywhere other than the United States and Iowa, where would I have grown up? I think it would have been really cool to have been Argentinian. They, first of all, speak really cool. So they'll say, Yo me llamo Sara y yo che ma, and so they say all these things that are really funny. Because they have a lot of Italian influence. So they've got the good food, they've got a super sweet accent, and then they also have a piece of land called Patagonia, which is like a nature reserve and a lot of hiking. It's gorgeous. That's where like the Patagonia jackets come from, is that name of that piece of land. So check it out, Google it. And last but not least, that is a little bit about me. I'm super stoked to get to know you. And we're going to have a sweet semester. It's going to be Tuesday and Tuanis or Chévere or whatever you want to call it, but it's going to be great. So I'm here for you, and don't be afraid to reach out. Can't wait to see your videos. See you later.